I'm Megan Lear. I played for Kent and England, and I was fortunate enough to play here at Lord's in 1976, first time women ever played here.
I'm Jan Southgate. I played for Sussex and then for England. And again, I was lucky enough to be here in 1976 on the 4th of August. Great tape.
Megan and Jan, thank you for joining us here at the home of cricket. We are at Lord's, as you mentioned, 50 years ago, I think this very day. You walked out on that illustrious surface.
It was exceptional, obviously really a special time, although we hadn't much notice of it, that women were going to play here. And although it was history-making and fantastic, we were all quite nervous about it being the home of cricket and making sure we didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, I think it's something that I don't remember a massive amount of the day or my emotions during the day. It's only now, and saying so Megan, it's only now really that everything that has happened within women's cricket, that you actually look back and see the magnitude of that day. But on the actual day, you didn't realise what was really happening.
Was it yesterday? You remember it, every step walking out there?
Not every step, but I can remember it. And I think in looking back retrospectively that I said before, it's a bit like the quote from the moon landing, that those first steps onto the hallowed turf for us women cricketers, it's small steps, is one great big leap for the future of women's cricket. And here we are.
Amazing, amazing. Well, we're here to, myself and obviously Ben, or certainly Ben, we have the great pleasure at Buds of hosting and putting to auction the Rachael Heyhoe Flint Collection. Of course, you both know very well. And I suppose each of you in turn, what was Rachael like and what's your lasting memories of what she brought not only to women's cricket, but to cricket in general?
She brought everything. I think we are where we are today because of Rachael, and I think there's an awful lot of support to that, not just England players, but across the world. And for us, as youngsters, and Jan's actually younger than me, she had such a personality that, you know, I was an up-and-coming youngster, but if you were at a game, she'd say, "Oh, hello, Megan, how are you getting on?" She knew your name, and she was an inspiration, and that's why we all, you know, went and we supported her 100%.
Yeah, I'll just echo what Megan said. She was women's cricket, and until more recently, if I said something about yes, I played cricket, the name that would be said would be Rachael Heyhoe Flint, because she was women's cricket.
And we're here today at Lord's. Obviously, there's a match going on as we sort of run this interview, and it's obviously the England versus the Indian women. And how's it going through there? Has it you been watching this morning?
Well, we managed to watch a little bit, and actually we got 2 wickets, so that's brilliant. Yeah. And, no, we're looking good. Yeah. We're looking good. And I mean, I've watched every match of the World Cup, obviously, before this, but this being the first ever
maybe another wicket.
Test.
Sound could be right on cue.
It's fantastic to see. They play very little Test cricket now, the women. We played mainly Test cricket. So to have an actual Test at the home of cricket is wonderful.
Now, obviously, I'm a memorabilia specialist. So over the last couple of years, women's sport, in terms of the memorabilia market, has taken off. I mean, obviously, cricket, certainly football, obviously, the Lionesses, being the most successful football team, certainly in this country as well. The moment, obviously, this current match is going on, I have to mention. But how have you seen the game flourish over those years? I mean, you must have seen some changes now.
You wouldn't recognise it. I mean, especially because we are 50 years ago. It took, I think it was 11 years before they played at Lord's again. So it was driven by Rachael, first member of the MCC, all of those things that have moved it on. I would just wish she was here to see how professional, how they actually get paid to play cricket now. We love every minute of what we did, yeah. But that you can actually, little girls can think, I've got a career in cricket. It's wonderful.
Tell me some memories of Rachael, some stories that, keep it clean, obviously family viewing.
Yes, I'm trying to find one now. Yeah, let's think. Well, just her positivity, like I think I said before, when I first got picked for England, and I got into a little bit of trouble with the selection. Not bad, but Rachael said, right, I'm opening with you today. And she gave me the confidence to go out there and play. And that's what oozed out of her.
Yeah, I think we used to play lots of fundraising games. And at the end of the game with the club, she would always speak. And there would just be a whole host of jokes. She was a brilliant after dinner speaker and everything as well. But she would just have an audience there. And again, not only was the cricket coming across about how good that was, but her personality and warmth, and the fact that yes, these people can't just play cricket, but they're not actually quite nice people as well.
And the purpose was to raise money for the Women's Cricket Association, and we went everywhere, didn't we? I mean,
all over the country.
we paid to go there, but we represented our women's cricket, and it grew the visual side of it because people didn't see it before.
I think as well, I mean, to me, when people say, and I say, I'd play cricket against this person, because she had all the contacts, the number in a lot of the games as well, we played against all these celebrities. And so I sort of say, JPR Williams and people like this, and, Jasper Carrot and all sorts of people, Terry Wogan we played against, and, wasn't it? It was, you sort of think, we'd never have met these people without Rachel, would we? We were starstruck.
And also on the fundraising side, in 1984, we were due New Zealand women over here, and we have to pay for the whole thing. There wasn't enough money. So myself and another cricketer organised a fun run from Lords to the Oval and back. But Rachel, because we were on the phone, she said, right, try, I can't say their name because they were used, try Moco, get some sponsorship for them, and they gave us, and we wore T-shirts, and we raised enough money that the tour could go ahead. Amazing.
So many contacts, yeah.
So what got you into cricket?
Well, back in the day, I did this. I was a little bit at the top. I played football with the boys' team, and that was at fault of us. You shouldn't, but I did. And then I wasn't allowed to play anymore, and I got into cricket by watching it. And then I happened to go to Gravesend Girls Grammar School, where my PE teacher was an England cricketer, and it was on the curriculum. So I was very, very fortunate. But I was passionate about it, and I don't know why. And I played everything. I was a PE teacher, but cricket was the main one.
I've got 3 brothers, so had very little choice, but loved it anyway. Dad played in the army. I then went to a girls' school state school that played cricket, and my teacher my PE teacher was Chris Watmo, who was also in this 1976 team. So
there we go.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We were fortunate.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. There's just a quick to see. Thank you very much for your musings with cricket and, of course, of Rachel. And we look forward to...
Well, good luck with the auction.
Yes, thank you. Yes, it's on the 2nd of August. So you want to add some memorabilia to the collection?
Yeah, and I'll just give some of mine away.
Megan, Jan, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you.